Mario Kart 8 has been the newest entry of the Mario Kart series for the past 10 years. This entry brought with it HD graphics, anti-gravity, and of course, the number 8. With the number 8 being such an important part of this game's identity, it got me thinking, how many of this game's tracks have the number 8 in them? With there being 96 tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, thanks to the 48 base game tracks and 48 tracks brought in the Booster Course Pass, surely there's a handful of tracks in this game with the number 8 in them, right? I'm the biggest nub on YouTube, Christendo, and let's answer this incredibly important question. Before I cover all the tracks, I should probably go over what I mean by an 8. Each Mario Kart track has a unique layout, and thanks to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe having mini-maps for the track's layout, we're able to see the shape of every track in the game. Using the mini-map, we're able to take a look at a track in the game and determine if there is at all an 8 shape in said track's layout. So if there's a shape in a track that vaguely resembles an 8, it will be added. Does it make sense? I hope so, and now that we have established that, let's get into the tracks. Right off the bat, we're left disappointed as the Mushroom Cup consisting of Mario Kart Stadium, Water Park, Speed Canyon, and Thwomp Ruins don't have any 8s, which is so lame. Thankfully, however, moving into the Far Cup, things turn around as Mario Circuit is just full on an 8, but unfortunately the tracks that follow, being Toad Harbor, Twisted Mansion, and Shy Guy Falls, do not continue the trend. The entirety of the Star Cup, Sunshine Airport, Dolphin Shoals, Electrodrome, and Mount Wario continue following the trend of having no 8s in them, and it seems like the Special Cup is also following the trend as Cloud Top Cruise, Bone Dry Dunes, and Bowser's Castle all don't have 8s either. Thankfully though, we end off the Nitro Cups with a bang as Rainbow Road not only has one 8 in it, but three 8s, that's wild. Moving into the Retro Cups, we're off to a good start as in the Show Cup, Wii Moo Moo Meadows has an 8 in it. However, we're left disappointed once again as GBA Mario Circuit and DS Cheat Cheat Beach leave us 8less. The Show Cup ends strong with N64 Toad's Turnpike, much like 8's Mario Circuit, straight up being an 8. The Banana Cup is once again a disappointment as its tracks GCN Dry Desert, SNES Donut Points 3, N64 Royal Raceway, and 3DS DK Jungle all have no 8s, but hey, at least Dry Desert is smiling at us. The Leaf Cup also leaves us longing for 8s as DS Warrior Stadium, GCN Turboland, and 3DS Music Park all have no 8s. Thankfully, N64 Yoshi's Valley, despite its minimap looking like a 3-year-old tried drawing you a self-portrait, does have an 8 in it, making the Leaf Cup not a complete waste. Finishing off the Retro Cups, the Lightning Cup only has one track without an 8, this being 3DS Brown Plant Slide, as DS TikTok Clock, Wii Grumble Volcano, and N64 Rainbow Road all have an 8 in them. Moving into the Wii U DLC Cups, the Egg Cup is a bit of a letdown as GCN Yoshi Circuit, Excite Bike Arena, and Dragon Dragon Driftway all have no 8s as expected, but Mute City comes to the rescue by ending the cup off with a track that has an 8. The Triforce Cup is in the same situation as the Egg Cup, as Wii Warriors Goldeneye, SNES Rainbow Road, which is a special track for a very specific reason if you didn't know, and Ice Ice Outpost all have no 8s, but Hyrule Circuit does come in clutch at the end. The Crossing Cup is about the same as GCM Baby Park, Wild Woods, and Animal Crossing don't have any 8s, but instead of the cup finisher this time being the one with an 8, it's actually the second track of the cup that has it, this being GBA Cheeseland. And finishing off Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's base game, we have the Bow Cup ending off with two tracks that don't have any 8s in them, 3DS Neo Bowser City and Super Bowl Subway, a track that does have an 8 in it being GBA Ribbon Road, and a track that is kind of a stretch, but I will include as the part in question does resemble an 8 kind of closely, this being Big Blue. Moving into the Booster Course Pass, there's still 48 tracks to go over. Come on, man! 3DS Toad Circuit is the first track in the BCP to have an 8, and the only track in the Golden Dash Cup, no, the entirety of Wave 1 to have an 8, as the rest of the Golden Dash Cup, Tour Paris Promenade, N64 Choco Mountain, and Wii Coconut Mall, as well as the Lucky Cat Cups tracks, Tour Tokyo Blur, TS Stream Ridge, GBA Sky Garden, and Ninja Hideaway, all don't have any 8s. For Wave 2, the Turner Cup brings two tracks that you can say have 8s in them, being Tour New York Minute and DS Waluigi Pinball, with the rest of the cup being made up of SNES Mario Circuit 3 and N64 Katamari Desert, as well as the entirety of the Pro Power Cup, Tour City Sprint, GBA Snowland, Mushroom Gorge, and Sky High Sunday, as usual, not having any 8s. Lame. Despite having a confusing as hell map, Tour London Loop has no 8s in it, and the same could be said about the entirety of Waves 3 and 4 being made up of GBA Blue Lake, 3DS Rock Mountain, Wii Maple Tree Way, Tour Burrow and Byways, DS Peach Gardens, Merry Mountain, 3DS Rainbow Road, Tour Amsterdam Drift, GBA Riverside Park, Wii DK Summit, Yoshi's Island, Tour Bangkok Rush, DS Mario Circuit, GCN Waluigi Stadium, and Tour Singapore Speedway. Wave 5 starts off pretty strong as both Tour Athens Dash and GCN Daisy Cruiser both have 8s in them, but besides Tour Los Angeles Labs also having an 8 in it, the rest of Wave 5 being Wii Moonview Highway, Squeaky Clean Sprint, GBA Sunset Wilds, Wii Koopa Cape, and Tour Vancouver Velocity all disappoint in the 8 department. Wrapping up the Booster Course Pass and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as a whole, Wave 6 ends off kind of underwhelming as 5 tracks, being Tour Rome Avanti, GCN DK Mountain, Piranha Planet Cove, Tour Madrid Drive, 3DS Cringe, Rosalina's Ice World, and SNES Bowser Castle 3 all have no 8s, with the only tracks in this wave that do being Wii Daisy Circuit and Wii Rainbow Road. So after looking through every track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we can determine that of the 96 tracks, the subscribe button is the only track with an 8 in it, so make sure you go give it a tap. But for real, only 22 tracks in the game have an 8 in some sort of shape or form. That means only 22.9% of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's tracks have an 8 in it, and honestly that was more than I was expecting. In terms of which cup has the most tracks with an 8 in them, the answer is the Lightning Cup, with 3 of its 4 tracks rocking that beautiful, magnificent 8. And with that, we have the answer to how many Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks tracks have an 8 in them. Are you still mad that fan favorite course DS Figure 8 Circuit didn't end up in the booster course pass, as it would have been perfect for the game? Keep coping by leaving a comment down below. This was a bit more of a silly video, looking at something completely random that I thought would be interesting to get an answer to, so if you want to see more videos like this, please let me know. I'm the biggest nub on YouTube, Christendo, and if you want to see another video by me, there's a video on screen now where I look at every Mario Kart track and see how many times they have all been remade. So go check it out. Until next time, goodbye Nub Nation.